According to the book The Sister Knot by Terry Appner, 61% of women reported feeling close or very close to their sisters. And I'm lucky to be a part of that 61%. I'm Calista Janice, and I'm Brianna's older sister. And by being her older sister, I didn't do my job very well of keeping her from a happy life. Her life meant everything to me. She was and always will be my best friend and partner in crime. Living with her the first 19 years of her life may have went by really slow then, but as I reflect on it now, I took it all for granted. Since you're all here today, she must have meant something to you, or you're with someone that was even closer to her. She touched all of our hearts with her short Cabbage Patch Kid fingers. She would hit me right now if she was here. Brianna was the loudest and the funniest person you would ever know. She was also my main support system. And behind her tough, excited exterior, she was a kind, smart girl that was there for anyone that needed her. She was the loudest and funniest person you would know. Everyone would turn their head at the sound of her deafening, contagious laugh, and she had many different laughs. She had the pig squeal, the spray bottle, the crying hysterically, and the weird honk noise. The list was endless. I used to think that some of her laughs would ruin a joke or make something unfunny because I couldn't wrap my head around how weird she was. Brianna would talk so loud in any place that we were in or at. She loved being the center of attention, even though she would say that would be me. It all started when she was a baby, my mom would say. She would say that when we would go out to eat, my sister would cry and throw temper tantrums, and she would tell stories about how Brianna would throw food at other people's tables to get attention from them when she wasn't getting attention from us. She would always talk so loud about anything that strangers would turn their head and give us a death stare of, could you literally be any louder? Especially about something that she would be passionate about, like anything that she would be mad about that day. From being the loudest person in the room to the most dramatic, Brianna had her ear-splitting laughs and that were always different. And she would talk so loudly that people would turn their heads left and right. Although, along with being the most cheerful person there is, she was the sincerest. Brianna was always my main support system. She would always be the shoulder I could cry on. And she was there for any problem I was facing. When our parents were going through a divorce, we were the only ones who truly understood what each other was going through. We would sit for hours talking about how we would get through our feelings and what would make us happy. When I lost my best friend a little over a year ago, my sister would make me feel better by telling me that I was too good for her and I didn't need her in my life. She filled the absence of a friend that I thought I needed. She was not just my main support system, but she was there for everyone too. She's a genuine, sincere person that loved everyone. Brianna's forever best friend, Marissa Monroe, was grateful for everything that she did for her. Marissa recalls the memories of her breakups and how Brianna would keep her busy by going on ice cream dates with her, late night shopping trips, and singing together as loud as they can at the top of their lungs and late night cruising. My sister has always been the first person to tell everybody that she does not like my boyfriend at the start. Her and my current boyfriend didn't get along at the start either. My sister has always been my number one, and I told him that if he couldn't get along with her, I couldn't be with him. After that, eventually they began to spend more time together and become closer. James doesn't have any siblings, so he would say that he considers my sister as one that he's never had, and I know that she would say the same. His favorite memory with her is when she tried to crimp his hair while braiding little pieces and flat ironing each piece, and obviously it did not work out because she would look at him and laugh for 20 minutes. James looks back and appreciates all the things that she's done for him by watching him wrestle and watching him play football and going to races with me and my dad and my mom sometimes. They really couldn't be more thankful for her. I'll finish up today living in my sister's footsteps of being the most caring, obnoxious person there is. My sister, Brianna Janice, was the loudest and funniest person you'll ever know, along with being the main support system of me and others. And I will forever be grateful for that. To conclude, a great way to express the relationship that I had with my sister is a quote from Lisa C. We'll always fight, but we'll always make up as well. That's what sisters do. We argue, we point out each other's frailties, mistakes, and bad judgments. We flash the insecurities we've had since childhood. And then we come back together. Until next time. Thank you.